Okay. Well, I told myself that I was gonna pretty much I was hold on. Yeah, I was gonna make 12 p.m. my everyday dedicated time to do whatever this is. I hate saying vlogs because it's corny, but I failed in that. I've been coming home very tired. I've been waking up early. It's 8 a.m. right now. I've always been waking up early, or I've been waking up early lately. And I look crusty whenever I start these videos off crazy. That's why I kind of want to do it at night. Because it's like, what I started doing too is like, because I noticed as I'm doing this, I'm going to get better. I'm going to get better. I've, I've been writing topics throughout the day. I only had one topic yesterday, but like I'll think of something throughout the day, and then something I'd want to speak on, something I'd want to remember, and then I'd write it down on topic. And I think that's something I'm gonna start doing. So kind of just create a format for this that kind of like works for me. So I think I'll do the topics first, and then I'll do like a recap of what I did, of what I'm doing, or something like that. Okay. So the topic I wrote down is surrender. Surrender. Right. So we're gonna look up what the definition of that is. Surrender. Dictionary, Oxford Language. Surrender says cease resistance to an enemy or opponent and submit to their authority. Submit to their authority. The action of surrendering. The thing about definitions is it's somewhat subjective, but it is very objective in a way that like that's what it means. But it's subjective in a way of what it can mean to you. Please excuse. This is for myself. Don't excuse yourself for being crusty. That's how you look. But it's very subjective in terms of what it means to you. Cause a lot of people will relate surrender with defeat, but that's not what surrender is at all. It can be used for that, for defeat, but I see it as just like an act of acceptance. Surrendering is an act of acceptance, and I guess I'm kind of glad that I didn't do it last night because something happened this morning to where it's like it reinforces my idea of what surrender is. That like I really have no control over like. Hold on, I gotta pause this. Okay. Fuck. I'm gonna have to do some editing because instead of pressing pause, I press stop. So now I'm gonna have to combine the videos. But surrender. I was talking about surrender, and it couldn't be more true that like a lot of the things in our life we have no control over. We have no control over. We had this fake sense of control, but it's more just like it's in a way just steering. It's just steering a ship, steering a car. We have no control, and it's like we get so much like so much anxiety, so much. I'll speak for me. I get so much anxiety, so much so much stress from trying to control, from trying to gain control. But that's why I had to learn to kind of just like like that word surrender. Just first rule of Doga though. Accept things as the way they are. You know. And with the little control that you do have, the choice that you do have, you know, like I said, that's the power you have. That's the real power we have, is when we have a choice. But in terms of control, and that's another thing, that it's a thin line between choice and control. But they're very different. But your power is in your choice. You have no control. I have no control. And it's so much better to just live as if you have no control, because it's like, man, it'll kill you. It'll kill you. Overthinking all this shit, it'll kill you. It'll really kill you mentally, you know. But yeah, just damn, I hate that I kind of paused this, because I got out of my train of thought. You ever try to fight for you? I'm gonna go back to the definition. Case of resistance to an enemy or an opponent and submit to their authority. I don't like that. It could be a cease of resistance to an enemy or an opponent. Like, I remember like seeing this clip of Kimbo Slice saying like he was like sitting down with himself, and he was like thinking about the enemy, and then he found out the enemy was the inner me. Inner me. Right? And Kimbo Slice is one of those people that are like very inspiring to me, in the way he lived life, and the way he and just the way he lived, you know. So a cease of resistance to an enemy or an opponent, it could be that too, because it's like you resist the enemy or the opponent is most of the time you. And I just spoke about that with someone too. It's just like the toughest battle you're ever gonna have in life, the toughest battle you're ever gonna have in your life, is with that guy in the mirror, that person in the mirror. And that's the toughest battle I've ever faced, and I'm still facing that battle from time to time. But it's like, it'll fool you like it has control over you, like your flesh has control over your soul. Your mind will make you think it has control over your soul, but no. It's like working out. You just gotta get your soul stronger, to the point where it's like I was just talking about this too. It's like in the Bible it says the spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. I think about that when I first started going back to the gym again. It's like I wake up, my body's so tired. My body will tell me 5 minutes when I hurt, just lay down, just relax. You did good yesterday, relax. Your body will try to fool you, your soul. But my spirit says, it gotta be every day. My spirit said, I wanna work out, I gotta get up. So the will of your spirit has to be stronger than your flesh, because your flesh, man, this is just a vessel. I am in control of this. This is a vessel. It'll make you think like it's in control, but it's not. You are in control. And guess what I did? I got up, went to the gym tired as fuck. Probably one of my worst workouts ever, but I still went through it. You gotta go do that shit. I remember I was making jeans one time. Halfway in, I was like, man, because the process for making jeans is it's so long, and it's fun when you get started, but then it gets to a certain point where it's work, and your body will tell you, your mind will tell you, like, I can do this, I can finish this tomorrow. I can do no. Some of my best work, some of the best things I've ever made was because my spirit saw it through. And that's what it's about. You know, the flesh, your mind will leave things halfway, but your spirit wants to see things through, and and that's what I've been doing. It's just like seeing things through, and I'm so proud of myself because it hasn't always been like this. I had to go through shit just to like get to this point, and I'm grateful for that. Every experience that brought me to where I am right now, because I love where I am right now. I'm in a point of surrender. I'm in a point of surrender. But it says cease resistance to an enemy or opponent. But it doesn't even have to be an enemy or an opponent. It could be to God, the God above, the God within. To surrender to them. Right? That's that act of surrender and having faith and having trust. Right? It's that faith that everything's gonna be okay, that as long as you do things with good intentions, as long as you do things with love, you live out of love and not out of fear, that everything will be okay. Because you can see when people live in fear instead of love. You know, I'm so done living in fear. Like, I'm so done living in fear. And knowing, like, yesterday it was like about selfishness, and like how about like sometimes you gotta worry about yourself first, and it'll make you feel bad to be selfish, but no, you gotta protect your energy sometimes. You know, you gotta protect your energy sometimes, and I'll fall victim to a lot of like because I feel like I got it from my mom. My mom's a nurse. She treated the house like, I love people who treat. I love people who do, like, my mom will always tell me, how you do one thing is how you do everything, right? Like I said with Kimbo Slice, how he fought is how he lived life. Meticulous, with strength, with power, like with lack of better word, devotion. There's people who like do that. Like, look, how you do one thing is how you do everything. My mom is the same way. Like, she treated like the house like a hospital. Like everything would be clean and in place. I got a little OCD from her because of that. But how she would also treat me and my sister, like patience, like like how she showed up for us. It's like it you know, like, she was an ER nurse. A lot of lives were on her hands. You know, she would. I remember when I was a kid, she would come home crying. She worked night shift. Um, she worked graveyard shift in the ER. She'd come home crying, just waking me up, hugging me, talking about like, I love you, I love you, I love you. And I wouldn't say nothing, but I know, because before, uh, like, a kid would die, and it's not on her hands, it's a whole team, and sometimes you just can't do nothing. And she told me about that. I know every time she came home crying and she hugged me, I know it was some kid that like, you know, it's a lot. It's a lot for a person. But I forgot where I was going with that, but it's like, how you do one thing is how you do everything. You gotta protect your energy sometimes, man. You do. Oh yeah, caregivers. Like she's a caregiver, so it's like sometimes I get like that, and it's like I put people over me from time to time because that's just how I was raised. That's what I seen growing up. That's what I seen growing up. So this is new to me to where like I have to be selfish. I have to protect my energy, right? But now I have that. I've told myself I have that choice that I can be selfish, and sometimes it'll hurt people. It'll hurt people, and I wish everybody it would fix everything if everyone was like this. It just like that self love. It'll bleed into everything. How you do one thing is how you do everything. So an episode a couple episodes ago, I was like I'm trying to get better at I'm trying to lock in at work. I feel like I'll be treating that like, of course I just want to get my money from my 9 to 5 to get in my business, but I told myself like, it reminded me of like when my mom said, how you do one thing is how you do everything. So I thought to myself, it's like, how can I even work hard on my business, elevate my business, if I can't even do my 9 to 5 right? So I remember I locked in. 1 week I just locked in, just did my job as good as I can. And I remember I had the best week designing. And it bled through. You know? So it's like, what if we treat love that way? Just focus on the love, on loving ourselves first, deeply. Imagine how we're able to love others. It seeps through. It'll push away the people who aren't ready for it. It'll bring in the people who are like-minded and stuff like that. Because at the end of the day, your surroundings, the people around you, your environment are just a reflection of yourself. It's a very deep reflection of you. You're gonna repel anything that's not you, and you're gonna attract anything that's not you. And sometimes people just make choices. Sometimes people just make choices to leave. That's okay. I can't control that. Like I said, surrender. I'm at a point of surrender. If whoever wants to be in my life can be in my life. Whoever doesn't can go. But at the end of the day, I have that choice whether I can let you back in, whether you can stay, or whether I want you in my life. But like, with surrender also came with like finding people that I align with. And that's really super important to me now. It's just like, are you aligned with me and my mission? You know? See, one thing my mom cursed me with is ambition. It's ambition. First generation immigrant. Ambition. Homeowner as a first generation immigrant. That's my mom. You feel me? My people back home were telling her, it's good here. You don't have to go there. Right? Like, what's wrong over here? But my mom had ambition. My mom was cursed with ambition, and I inherited that spirit. I inherited that will. And it's a gift. It's a gift and a curse at the same time. But it's like, alignment matters to me more than anything now. Are you aligned with me? Are you going to help me grow to get where I'm going? Or are you just going to keep holding me down so I can stay where I'm at? You know? And that'll really tell me your intentions with me. And that's something I've become more aware and more present about. It's just finding alignment. That matters to me more than anything when it comes to relationships, friendships, all forms of relationship. Now, And again, that came with surrender. I think it's all rooted in surrender. And it's not defeat. Surrendering is not defeat. It's acceptance. And it's acceptance, letting things come as they go. And when I'm offered choices, that's my strength. That's the power I hold, is in the choices. We don't make the roads. We get to choose which path we take. Fuck that though, actually, because sometimes I be carving my own road. I got my own lane and shit like that. Like, people can't really tell me shit, because it's like, man, it was getting to a place of ego. I need to hold down. Before that, it was not in a place of ego. But yeah, I feel like the act of surrender is a very, like, it's a very peaceful act. I think that's really what brought me peace. It's just like it helped me breathe. It just helped me breathe. I get so stressed. I get so anxious. I'd be like, why isn't this happening? I try so hard, like with everything. I try so hard, and I was just like, when it got to that point, or like, I was like, man, whatever. Like, it is what it is. That used to be my mindset, even though, like, I didn't really know what that meant back then. I've always said, like, it is what it is. But now I have, like, with presence and understanding and awareness, now I know where that comes from. It's like, it's always like a cry for surrender, like, like a cry for help. It's like my spirit knew. That's why I was always saying it is what it is back then. But now I really know why I was saying that. It's a cry. It's my spirit telling me, just let it go. Sometimes we just gotta let it go, give it up there. Can't control shit. We really can't. Some things we really have no control over. And you gotta just worry about the choices you have. That's the control you have, is the choices you have. But yeah, that's what I want to say about surrender. Maybe I had more to say. This is why I also wanted to do it at 12 p.m. I feel like my mind is still good. I'm just not waking up, so it's like my head is kind of like it's everywhere right now. I haven't been starting mornings very well. I need to be more selfish with my mornings, because I want to start off way better. But like I always say, it's not about how you start things, it's about how you finish it, So what just meditated. Still, before I turned this on, gotta do my stretches and little calisthenics, just a couple sit-ups, leg raises, push-ups, Russian curls. Maybe hit the just work out a little bit. But yesterday, all the stores were closed for some reason. I had to go all the way around. Oh, one thing did happen yesterday. All the stores were closed. I was trying to go around, run some errands. I went to Costco again, got some food with the boys. Costco food is so fire. I went to Pigment. I needed more spray paint. I needed a cap, to be honest. I still have spray paint. I needed a thin line cap. But I don't have much knowledge on that. And again, this is like another subject, but like, not pretending can make people more open to you. So I'll give you an example of what happened. I went to Pigment, which is like a spray paint store in Oakland, and they handle strictly spray paint. Before I used to go to Blick, which is an art store, but they had spray paint. and none of the workers would really know that. But I needed a thin line cap, so I went there, and I was like, hey, um, do you know, uh, do you guys have a like? I just came in with curiosity. I was like, hey, I admit it. I just started spray painting like consistently. I'm enjoying the medium, and that I need a cap that's gonna make thin lines. And then he was just like, "Oh, that's cool. What kind of spray paints do you use?" And I was like, I usually go to Blick and I get the Montana blacks and golds." And then he was like, "Oh, you know the black ones? They're high pressure, right?" And I was like, "Yeah, I've noticed that like they come out faster than the gold ones." And it's like he was just putting me on game. And it's like, "Yeah, so when you want thin lines, you usually want low pressure ones, and then because the high pressure ones will put blah 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 blah." He put me on so much game, and he was like, "This is the spray paint that most people use." Like, and Oakland is such a a graffiti city. Like the art here is insane. It's insane. But he was just putting me on game. But like these are just like $5. I got a 6 pack for 30. I usually get a 6 pack for 60 in the art store in Blake. And he was just like, but yeah, like this is what people mostly use. And he was like, I was like, how thin are the lines? And it's like the cap on it is already pretty thin. But look, I'll give you this free cap for free. Free cap for free. Dumbass, dumbass. um, he gave me a free cap, and I was like, "Here, let's test it out." He grabbed the black spray paint, put it on it. "Here, you can keep the spray paint too." And it was crazy. He wrote B's, like the letter B, which is the letter to my first name, and I was like, it just seemed like it was meant to be, like on some shit. Like he was doing it. He was like teaching me about control. It was like, since these are low pressure, you can make it even thinner if you just like low pressure it. So now I'm learning control. He taught me, you want to make fine lines, look, flip the can out upside down and do it upside down. Once you learn that, you're gonna be good. But he just put me on so much game. He gave me free stuff. Like it was just beautiful, man. It was just a beautiful. So now I'm gonna go there for my spray paints at all time. I'm definitely gonna cop merch from them. They be having merch. But that was a fun experience. A lot of game. I love people who give game. I feel like that's the knowledge is the best gift you can give people, and the fact that a lot of people are so like this gatekeeping culture, so selfish with it, and I've noticed too in my journey of not taking things personal, and in my journey of like knowing that whenever people react a certain way, it's just me touching a wound of theirs, and it has nothing to do with me. It has completely nothing to do with me. What I've learned is that when people gatekeep, when people are selfish with that knowledge, they're threatened by you. They are threatened by you and what you can do with that knowledge, because they don't do shit with that knowledge. Understand? But guess what? One thing about the universe, when you're living authentically, when you're living in alignment, it'll just bring people who are willing to give you that game. And I've never met a person like that ever again since I've been like more present, more aware in my journey of presence and awareness. And this didn't start this year. That's the thing. People wait till the new year. Nah, it started way before that. But when people are selfish with the knowledge, when people are selfish or gatekeepers, they're threatened by your potential, right? And people always, it feels like tooting my own horn, but it really is just like, I know myself now, and I understand why people always tell me like, especially my mom and my sister, they warn me. They warn me about, don't let people use me, because they see the potential in me. And I know it's different when it's family, but my family is brutally honest. Boy, they'll tell me shit, bro. You cannot bully me. I'm telling you. Ain't shit I ever heard from my sister. Ain't shit I ever heard from my mom. Like, in the best way, because I know it comes from a place of love. I'm telling you. They see that potential. They get scared of it. They'll withhold information. They'll, like I said, you can't take shit personally. It's a reflection of who they are. People really just expose who they are. We're all projectors. We project. Like, art is projection of self. So can't take that personally. But yeah, ever since I've been living in alignment, I've been getting more people who are willing to share that game, who are not threatened by the potential I hold, and surrender. I've just been so blessed. I've been so blessed surrendering to. I'm one for real. Look, light just shined on me. Like, come on, like, you can't fake this shit. This shit is real. But yeah, he just gave me a lot of game. I fucked with it, man. He was so cool. I forgot to ask for his name. I was just so excited for him. But I'm gonna come back there. Let's see. Oh, I went to Trader Joe's, got this. This is the best sandwich. If you know, you know. Go to Trader Joe's, and it's called chicken and cheddar cheese sandwich on cranberry seeded white wheat bread, and it has like baby spinach on it. Fire. This and a little protein bar. Fire. This Pigment right here. The store. It's in Old Oakland, right downtown by 8 Balls skate shop. I got this. There's 2 more underneath these 5. He gave me a free cap, bro, and a free can. This is the free can he gave me. The homie was so cool, bro. But yeah, what else did I do? That was pretty much it. I'm gonna go to a fabric store today and I'm gonna finish it and I'll show y'all. Show myself for you. But yeah, here. Okay, I kind of like doing this. I've been ending videos with a message strictly for myself. Like, the whole thing is for myself, but it's like almost like I'm talking to myself at the end of the video. Okay, yeah. Keep living in awareness. Keep living in presence. Keep living in alignment. Whatever's for you will come, and whatever isn't will shed itself. This shit is spiritual. This shit is beyond, like, this shit is beyond flesh. Like, you're getting it now. You're really starting to get it, and I'm so proud of you. Just keep going. Keep giving yourself grace. You know you missed a video, but look, you're back on it. You didn't miss one video and like be like, no. Pick yourself back up. You trip once, you pick yourself back up. You know, those are things you picked up from your mom, things you picked up from your sister, things you picked up, you know. Blessed be for the gifts he give. I am grateful. I am eternally grateful. You know, I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. Like, genuinely seeing where I was and who I am now. Proud of the man you are becoming. Um, surrender, surrender, just surrender, just surrender.